I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. America finally has its own Mein Kampf. That's right, the wrong on the right have come up with a plan to take everyone's rights away, which is so wrong, except for fat, doughy, conservative white guys, and it's called the 2025 Project. It actually sends America backwards to 1825. That's what Chuck Grassley wanted to call it because that's when he graduated high school. So what is the 2025 Project? Well, it's a GOP plan to stop immigration in a country built by immigrants. It takes away freedoms from anyone who isn't a straight white male in a country built on freedom for everybody, no matter what color you are. It takes away the rights of anyone who isn't straight, white, or male. So women lose their rights to their body. No one can get married except for straight couples, no matter how freaky those straight couples are. This is one of the founders of the conservative organization Moms for Liberty, Bridget Ziegler. Yeah, and she's anti-gay and anti-trans. She's a bastion for Christian values. And this is her husband, Christian Ziegler. Well, these hardcore Christians on the side of right were involved in a three-way sexual relationship with this woman. Now, and this woman is now saying that Christian Ziegler raped her. Oh, those Christian values. Hallelujah. But back to the 2025 Project. The plan is led by the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank. Of course, conservative and think is an oxymoron. Heavy on the moron. In collaboration with Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, former Trump chief of staff and currently indicted insurrectionist Mark Meadows, and advisor and current treasurer for the Vampire Union, Stephen Miller. So, the worst and dullest of the conservative douchebags have created a plan for a dystopian American future run by a 6-time bankrupt racist whose best friend out-pedophiled the Catholic Church, who also stole top-secret documents, got his family $2 billion from Saudi Arabia, and has been indicted in 4 different jurisdictions with 91 felonies. You know, making America great, one felony at a time. Project 2025 includes dismantling the FBI and Homeland Security and putting the president in charge of the Department of Justice. You know, so he can decide who gets arrested and who gets to keep criming unfettered. It immediately invokes the Insurrection Act, which means cops and soldiers will arrest who the president wants to be arrested, which means it violates the Constitution pretty much on every blood-soaked page. It makes abortion illegal. Women will have to report their pregnancies. It increases the use of fossil fuels and kills funding for clean energy. It places the entire executive branch under presidential control. You know, against everything our founding fathers wanted. The DOJ, the FCC, the Federal Trade Commission, all under the control of one orange fat guy who can barely remember 5 words.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
It calls for killing the laws that stop discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, transgender status, or sex characteristics, etc. So hate crimes are going to be legal, just like in Nazi Germany. Pornography would be outlawed. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, the guy who married a woman who posed naked in softcore porn all the time and also paid a porn star to have sex with him wants to ban porn. Okay. And this is just the beginning, people. You should read it. I did. And to be clear, we have people talking on the right of taking up arms against their fellow Americans.
When do we get to use the guns?
And I don't know what these people are thinking, but be clear. If you want to kill democracy and install a dictator against the Constitution and the dude named Jesus you say you follow and believe in, I just want you to know. Okay.
I'm your huckleberry.
And there are 200 million more of me too. So you give it your best shot.
And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. You know what's funny about these people? We're going to take our country back. From what? From the best economy we've had ever? From a guy who saved us from the pandemic? We have more American jobs, lowest unemployment ever? What the fuck are you talking about? You say you're going to shoot us? Fine, bring it on. You got guns too, bitch. We can go talk about it. Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. How are things going? With me, as always, the lovely bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. So people have been hitting me up about this 2025 project. When are you going to talk about this? When are you going to talk about this?
I've been seeing comments.
And I was like, yeah, I will. And then I started to look into it, and I realized, oh God, this is Mein Kampf. It's Trump's Mein Kampf. It's 1,000 pages, which we were just talking. Is probably a reason people aren't going to read it. It's here, read this. It's 1,000 pages. Nah, I got a life to do.
Yeah, that's such a tactic that's like a legal tactic, right? Legal beagle.
They do it with our Congress does it with bills all the time.
Yeah.
They turn in a 5,000 page bill.
Remember the healthcare thing?
Yeah.
The book was like all blank pages. But.
Yeah. So Trump's healthcare that was all blank inside. That Kellyanne Conway, that was hilarious.
And the wall of books. God,
Yeah.
what a fucking sham.
So the 2025 project is based, people, all you people that say, oh, come on, they're not going to do kind of crazy. So what are they going to do? They're telling us what they're doing. They're going to make it so women, they're going to make abortion 100% illegal, 100% illegal. They are going to make it so women have to report pregnancies. The states will have to report federally if you're pregnant.
That is fucking you just did the Armageddon update 2 seconds ago, and some of these things you're rattling off. I'm like, no fucking, that's some fucking Palpatine shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely Palpatine.
Order 2025.
No, the women will report when they're pregnant. So
let me see your
so then there's like any protections for gay, trans, LGBT, any protections at all. There will be no more hate crimes can be called on those so gay bashing will just become a Saturday sport.
Wait, hate crimes are already illegal. What? Wait.
No. They'll make it. They will know. So there's laws right now that say you can't discriminate. You can't commit hate crimes against these groups. Right. Well, they're going to make it so that those laws no longer exist. So gay people won't have no more protections for a bunch of dudes going to roam in the streets. And I never understand this anyway. Can I ask you people something? What is it about gay people or trans people or whatever? What is it that bothers you so much? What is it that bugs you really? Because I have to be honest, and I've said this before, I don't think about it. Mm-hmm. I don't worry about, you know what else we know? We had another shooting in Vegas today at University of Las Vegas. Guess what? Some people got killed. Guess what? None of the people who killed them were drag queens.
Like you're announcing what the specials at a restaurant.
I know, because we're used to it now. Aren't we used to it now?
No, we had another
this week's
shooting.
specials?
Another shooting.
5 bullets?
Mass shooting at a college, but that's what we've gotten to
Free
now.
magazine.
So we've got, but so I just don't understand what is wrong with you people that think that you were like, gay people, man, I can't believe guys put the dicks in their mouth. Like, why? I don't ever think about, listen, what you do in your own bedroom, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Even this Moms for Liberty person. So she's like anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-drag, anti-everything. They had a constant threesome with this other.
Actually, there was one time where the state representative or senator, whatever he was, state congressman of Florida said to her that his wife could not be there that time. And so she declined in text and said, I'd rather not be there then.
For the
that
three-way?
was her interest. I'm more interested in her.
Right. So the girl, and that's why the husband raped her. That's why Ziegler went by himself.
Well, allegedly.
So allegedly, yes, allegedly. So you've got these people that are claiming Christian values, Moms for Liberty. We are all about it.
Isn't it always like that?
Yeah, always. They're involved in a 3-way relationship and then the husband, because the girl goes, no, I'm going to cancel because your wife's not going to be there and I'm more into her anyway. And he goes, well, I'm just going to show up and rape you then. Allegedly. So you got all these people so ragingly full of shit. They're just so, but that's, being full of shit's not a crime. What they want to do is they say they love the Constitution. Everything, pretty much everything in the 2025 project violates the Constitution. They were saying, I was reading some other stuff on it. As I read it, then I went back into what people say. Every legal scholar that's read it has been like, this violates pretty much every article of the Constitution. And yet that's Trump's plan.
So it undoes America, basically.
And he says, and
to be fair, I don't think he has any plans himself.
No.
I think other people have plans that they've told him he has and sent him back out there. And then he said,
person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's all I got. Okay, guys, what are we doing? Let's start. It's got to start with person, woman, man, camera, TV. By the way, I remembered it. I get extra points.
He even signs things with a marker. I mean, he's the... Anyway.
2 weeks, 2025. Here it comes in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
He would think.
Well, he said on day one he's gonna invoke the Insurrection Act, which means he then runs the military and the police. So
that's called
Project 2025 is a coalition of more than 75 partners that's being led by the Heritage Foundation. They're preparing for the next conservative administration. They released 3 additional training videos at the beginning of November via its Presidential Administration Academy. It's a unique educational and skill building program. So they actually
I love
have
it. Sounds like they're building.
It comes with brown shirts.
Sounds like they're building Pinewood Derby cars and not trying to take down the country. Yeah, guys, meet. We're going to show you. We're going to give you a building skills.
Just a little project.
And then we'll have a little race, and then it'll be fine. A master race. We're calling it a master race.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Paul Dans, who's the director of the 2025 Presidential Transition Project, he's former chief of staff at OPM during Trump. Chief of staff at OPM during Trump administration, said, for decades, the administrative state has had a stranglehold on Washington and has weaponized its power against conservative presidents to stymie their agendas. No longer. I'm very confused about that.
I think what that's called is voting.
Seems to me Bush had his way with a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
shut down Reagan too.
Reagan
shut down everything. Reagan shut down the state school system. He shut down our mental health clinics. You want to talk about the administrative state being shut down? Every conservative president has shut it down.
But to be fair, there was equal activity during Obama administration, not equal in intent, but equal in amount of activity. I don't understand how they feel like they were fettered. Conservative presidents, like, help me. Bush took us to war.
Unfettered.
Even when people were screaming.
If anything, they fettered him.
Because
they were like, you're fettered as shit, dude. Go ahead.
Go fetter yourself. We'll fetter you. We'll all get fettered.
I know we're not using it right, but it makes
me fetter frenzy, baby. Fetter frenzy.
Right.
And then he patted his pockets and his friends' pockets with a lot of government contracts unfettered.
I mean, Halliburton got pretty much all the war contracts, and that was Cheney.
Where is the evidence?
There isn't. They keep saying it though. They keep saying that there was I saw something today recently. Here's what I don't get, and I don't get a lot. They've made
20 training videos. That's what
we have got to find the training.
Oh yeah. If not, we're going to make them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
We're doing it.
It's an academy.
If they see any obstruction of absolute power and control, they see that as being pushed back, as not having power, like being squashed completely.
So yeah, the entire country is built on checks and balances. That's why we have 3 different branches of government. That's why you have to vote. That's why we have to go through it. That's why we have the House and the Senate. And what's happened is when you get an organization like the GOP, and currently, I'm just going to say currently, let's go back to, it started to kind of fall apart in Bush in 08 when everything went sideways. You now have an organization that has no ideas. I mean, they literally have no. So entire reason that we elect government officials is to actually help Americans. By the way, motherfuckers, we pay you. Our tax dollars pay you. We pay for your lunches. We pay for everything you do. And what happened is they forgot they worked for us. The right specifically. I think Biden's been a public servant for 50 years now. I believe Biden actually has, we're supposed to help get them jobs. We're supposed to make sure unions are strong. We're supposed to make sure that the American public has the power. These motherfuckers are like, nope, we want the power. And they've gotten to the point now where they're saying there was a report that Trump supposedly, there's a research project right now into how much Trump really took during the presidency. There's some reports right now. So you've got a bunch of people that want unfettered power. They want all the power. Mm-hmm. What they don't understand is that you can't. Here's the thing. When you have a country like Ukraine or you have a country like Russia who have been under oppressive authoritarian rule forever, they're used to it. They're just used to it. You can't introduce democracy to them. It's hard. But you remember when Poland? So Poland used to be like that too. And then Poland had like Walesa come in, and Poland got freedom. Poland's free now, and they ain't going back. If you actually believe you're going to step in, and how many people voted for Biden? 80 million, 100 million, 100, whatever it was. He beat Trump by 7 million.
More
votes.
than 11,000.
Yeah. 780.
Hold on. Votes. Okay.
So my point is this. So if you actually think that you're going to step in and take over America, this ain't Gaza, bitch. This ain't some little country that you're going to step into. We are 330 million strong. And I will tell you this, you try to step up and you say, I know,
but this is all like so awkward too. Like I'm against all of those people saying, civil war. We're both have been very against that
of
on
course.
this podcast. Mm-hmm. I don't love doing the same thing.
No, I'm saying if and when. Okay, I agree with you. By the way, I hear what you're saying.
Pointing and you're in my space.
Sorry, I hear what you're saying. No, that's bad too. I hear what you're saying.
Just gonna walk in with a colonial drum.
I'm gonna get a thing. I'm saying that they are now stating, as Trump said to Hannity, he goes, "You're not going to take over power. You're not going to become a dictator." And Trump goes, "Well, on day one." And then he says all this shit he's going to. You can look it up. Hannity interview.
I saw it. We are going to go into what it does, but in case people are wondering exactly what it is, it was just created last year. The project seeks to recruit tens of thousands of conservatives to DC to replace existing federal civil service workers that it characterizes as the deep state to further the objectives of Trump.
The deep state. I love this vague woke, which means you're empathetic to other people. Woke means you're woke to the fact that everybody else has needs too. You're woke to the fact that we all deserve rights.
But they're doing away. He wants to do away with all civil servants.
Yes. And put his people in.
We will have an official gazpacho police.
Exactly.
Yeah, yes,
which
exactly.
He has said repeatedly he wants to do that.
Yeah.
If you're wondering how they have money, the Heritage Foundation, my sister's ex-husband works for them now. It's very odd, but they are financed by the Koch brothers, of course. And Philip Morris, and then some.
The cigarette and heroin suppliers and people
some other
and Dow Chemical. Anyone who kills stuff. That's who we got.
Merchants of death are funding the GOP.
But do you notice how none of them are saying the Koch brothers are demons, Satan, like they say about...
Also followed by coal sludge.
And the Legion of Doom.
So the Koch brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Koch brother. Right.
Sorry, I'm so used to saying,
Rest with Satan. So the Koch brothers are financing it. Awesome. Which means the Koch brothers... It's so funny. Here's what I don't get about the conservative movement, especially wealthy conservatives. The reason you're wealthy is because you live in a free society where capitalism rules. You want, so your billions aren't enough. You want to make sure that you can actually have more and make all the decisions, which you do anyway because of Citizens United. Wouldn't it be better to just keep going? Well, just leave it how it is.
Yeah,
just leave it. Quit fucking with.
It's based on
you're already winning.
Yeah, it's based
by
on
a lot.
Competition in the free market. That's the freedom. So you're free to invent things and put things out and start a business and do things.
But if you take it away, then you have no more customers. It doesn't. What they want to do makes zero sense.
I still can't believe they have to report pregnancies. Report a pregnancy?
Yeah, you're gonna have to report a pregnancy.
What the fuck?
So they can track you. So
I just don't understand how they think what the Koch brother does is fine. We're not hearing about him, the George Soros, the Daily Signal,
the Koch brothers,
George Soros obsession.
The Koch brothers are two of the most evil human beings and are probably more responsible for the backward slide of America into authoritarianism
What's
than anybody.
The difference between the Koch brothers and George Soros?
George Soros actually funds philanthropic things, helps people.
But what's the difference between them? Why he's Satan? Oh, he's
from their
Jewish.
Perspective.
Yeah, exactly. From their perspective.
Yeah, from their perspective.
He's Jewish, but they don't even see that. So,
and he survived a Nazi death camp.
Yes, he did.
And that's another difference.
Yeah.
So maybe he's got an attitude about good
and
and
bad,
good and evil. Yeah,
and learned.
By the way, this smells like I've seen this. This is not good. What's going on here?
So here's another breakdown for you. The plan would perform a swift takeover of the entire executive branch under a maximalist version of the unitary executive theory. This is a theory that proposes the president has absolute power of the executive branch upon inauguration.
Wasn't that the beer hall push?
Yeah, that's exactly the
I don't know how they don't read their own thing and hear.
Yeah.
Well, that they don't. They want to just take over. But here's the weird thing: what made us slide back like this? Why are I mean, dumb people, lack of education. That's number one. A lot of dumb people. Anyone who actually backs Trump, every time I interview him, I would go, "You don't look like somebody that any of us would hang out with. You don't look. Well, man, let me tell you. You know why? Because Biden did it. The guy that said that. Where was Obama on 9/11? Yeah, where was? I'd like to know the answer to that.
I wouldn't mind knowing too, just because he was probably doing something great that had nothing to do with 9/11. He was probably kite surfing.
Humanitarian aid.
He wasn't president. Yeah, he was kite surfing in Hawaii.
The project proposes slashing Justice Department funding. What could go wrong?
Right.
Dismantling the FBI and
totally gone.
Department of Homeland Security.
Right.
So to be clear, DHS covers a lot of agencies. My
Your brother would be fired.
Homeland Security investigator,
done.
who's currently taking down a lot of
pedophile, real bad people, very, very bad people.
I love the way you finish my sentences. It's great. It actually works. You've done it right every time. No, I mean, it's actually working. I wasn't sure if I was in trouble or not.
Finish my sentences.
Well, you do it all the time, but you're often not right. That's what makes me crazy. No, it's not tone. It's right or wrong. At home, I'll say, well, I was thinking that exactly.
Don't you want to finish it?
My favorite is when he finishes my sentence and then gets offended at what my sentence that he made up was, and then starts getting defensive and argumentative. And I'm like, I wasn't going to say that thing that you just
said.
Exactly. See how it's good we know
each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this podcast at all. I'm on the ragged edge of getting yelled at, and I feel it.
The Washington Post reported Project 2025 includes immediately invoking the Insurrection Act on day one, which would deploy the military for domestic law enforcement and directing the Justice Department to pursue Trump adversaries.
Stop. Deploy the military for domestic law enforcement, literally against everything the founding fathers wanted.
It also
100% against
would eliminate the cabinet departments of education and commerce.
Holy mother of Jesus! This is it's absolute power.
It's Mein Kampf. It's Mein Kampf.
Yeah, but it's
American Mein Kampf.
You
it's
can
back
go
to
take the online course.
British Roman emperors.
Yes,
it's beyond like.
It's not even like a. Here, by the way, all right, yeah, Democrats have ideas. We have ideas too. It's like shh.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Yeah. We are back, going to take it over. This is the Fourth Reich.
They're going to soon look at him like he's a divine.
They already do.
He's a god.
It's very odd. Again, I say, why him? Have you seen him? Heard him? What is wrong with you people?
Yeah, if by the way, if that's the best God can do, you make me a non-believer.
It's like,
if that's who God sent, God was cleaning out some drawers.
Yeah. When you look at Trump, you're like, God.
Yeah.
It's not.
not God.
Like, God.
But so it keeps going. It keeps going. It covers every aspect of it. It goes after women's rights. It goes after everybody's rights. It talks about minorities, immigrants. Your country built on immigration. By the way, we are all immigrants. Everybody, although my family was here way earlier. But the point is this:
doing nothing.
Doing nothing again. We did something. I'm finding out. I'm sending it in. By the way, I'm sending my Ancestry.com thing in.
I saw you pulled that out.
Because I'm like, I have to, because I need to write my next comedy special.
The real mind F is that they all, like my family does, who work in this field, say things like, the long march of cultural Marxism has come to pass.
But they don't even know what that means.
The federal government is a behemoth weaponized against American citizens and conservative values. Freedom and liberty are under siege as never before. That's in the mandates forward.
But what conservative values are we talking about?
You guys wrote, the thing that you're saying that is happening, you're doing. How do you then write something that completely goes against the Constitution?
Because it goes back to Nazi, what Goebbels did. It goes exactly now. You accuse everybody of doing what you're actually doing. That's Trump's doing it right now. Biden came out,
but it undermines the rule of law and separation of powers.
It destroys the Constitution.
Which was the
it's actually against the Constitution.
I'm very tired.
I know and it keeps coming. And what people keep thinking, there's, and we've talked about this for years. There's a safety built into America that we've had since we were all children. A safety that nothing's going to go over. It's still, no matter what happens, it's still America. We got this, right? We have freedom and
it's established.
We're safe.
We're safe. It's
People drive. A lady coming over
except
today
for all the gun deaths.
on her cell phone, driving like nothing's going to happen. We have all been lulled into this sense of safety and complacency, and here's how safe. Here's the mind fucking. Here's the separation of how the cognitive dissonance. This is out. They put this out. You can read this.
But that's what
and people are like, yeah. No. You need to read this. This is Nazi Germany.
And we have now a 2-year head start where during the Hitler rise was what?
5 years. Well, he got arrested first and he did 5 years in prison.
Right. But when it was like really happening, it was the, what was the Reichstag fire that he really did the coup.
Right. That way he got arrested for that. That's what he got arrested for. And then he went to jail for 5 years. He wrote Mein Kampf.
He went to jail for the Reichstag fire?
For Push, yeah. He went for that. He came back 5 years later after writing Mein Kampf and then took Germany over. So if you look at it's weird because everybody thought Hitler was a joke.
Yeah.
And when Trump didn't get the second term and now he's going to get it's literally, it's almost like, are we in a simulation? Are we just, did someone just fucking reset the game with new software updates? Cause that's what it feels like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm having an overwhelm of everything that's happening in the news. Like it's just really bad. Yesterday I was driving home and, I went and visited family for 4 days that work in this world. And it's overwhelming to see firsthand how people are so far gone that you love, and that anything you say, that's evidence. It's just dismissed or it's justified. Trump's not losing it for saying he's running against Obama. Oh, that's just because everyone thinks that Biden is just a third Obama term. Like that fast. So
that's how they couched it. What about person, woman, man, camera, TV?
I didn't do that. I just said the thing about Jeb Bush. He was running against Bush, and Bush started the war, and he got all three Bushes confused.
Yeah.
And he wasn't running against them anyway. He was running against Jeb. And anyway, that just gets batted away by people I consider to be very intelligent. And I'm so confused. Like my mom, I remember, my mom raised all of us, but my mom said, as soon as he came out to run, she said, he is evil personified. And that was back then.
Yeah. That was before we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could listen to him speak, how he spoke to people, how he lied constantly, lacked any kind of values. And she said that. And I'm confused how we don't all see that, especially being raised by that person.
But let's see that. Okay. Like you said, smart people, wouldn't you want the country to succeed? Like, here's what I don't quite understand. Okay. So I always said that I vote for the man. I never vote for the party. And up until this happened, if they were competent, I would be like, well, because they used to be competent until you go back in history. I like Eisenhower. I would have voted for Eisenhower because he had his shit together. At the time with Reagan, we had a 17% interest rate. It was crazy what was going on. And I think maybe the second term I voted for Reagan. I may have voted for Reagan. I voted for Ross Perot. I voted for one of the Bushes. I voted for HW. I'm not, when people go, you libtard, I'm like, yeah, man, I've actually voted who I thought was going to be best. We are into a chapter now with these people that are, they know they can't win. They've done the research. The demographic shift of America is actually going to be, white people are going to be, it's going to be a minority majority country.
Which scares the crap out of people. And I don't know
why.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Like, I don't get
it. It's like also the other thing that kind of makes me
I
crazy.
think they think this. Well, they're gonna do to us what we did to them. That's what it comes down
Yeah,
to.
but couldn't the
Wait a minute, man! One of those people we fucked over. There's gonna be more of them than us.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well, my friend Janine said to me, she goes, I can assure you, Black people, as we sit around and discuss, oppression or anything like that, she said, we're not also saying, oh, I can't wait for the day when we're in charge and we're going to go get him. She goes, we're just talking about wanting equality.
That's it.
That's the whole stand.
Yeah. Nobody wants revenge like the white people. They just want to be able to have a killer life. That's all.
There's more, murderous psychopaths, it seems like, in the old white man.
Well,
realm,
there's
demographic.
a real trigger, right? Like with people in my family about, I have to even say that I love this Christmas movie. I forgot what it is now. It's called something Jingle or Jingle Jangle.
Yeah.
And it's an all Black cast. Forrest Whitaker's in it. It's a great movie. And I watched it again and I sent it as a suggestion to one of my family members and then said, I thought, I'm going to hear shit about this. And I said, not sure if this will bother you too much. I have to say that to someone I'm related to.
In 2023.
Because if something is all Black, it's anti-whites. And the response came back was, oh, I've watched that. It's fine because it's not anti-white. And it's like this real trigger thing about if anything is like if we do a Black Little Mermaid or a Black Christmas movie, it's anti-white. But the thing I had never considered before until Mahogany said this, because our friend group, we do often sit around and talk about racism. Often it comes up.
11:05. Pretty much we're in the backyard drinking wine. About 11:05, racism kicks up.
Yeah, and so you and I have been really educated about it in a way that we would not have been otherwise. And we get our friends drunk, and then they tell us the truth.
And they're honest.
Yeah, and I had never thought about it before, but Mahogany said, and I should have, but we take things for granted. She said, my whole life growing up, if I needed a Band-Aid, I had to wear a bright pink Band-Aid that stood out on my skin. All of my dolls were white. All Christmas characters, the Santa for the top of the tree, the angel for the top of the tree, they're all white.
Hold on.
All Christmas movies, all white.
Wait, Peanuts? They had Franklin. They
Thank
had
God.
one Black
Charles
kid.
Schultz was one,
And he didn't dance better than the other kids. I just want to say, Charles.
Or you occasionally see the quirky friend, who's Black. But that's something that we took for granted. Like, that's just how things are. And I had never thought about it before. But as a kid, like, that's a conversation her parents had to have with her. Well, and now that we're doing multicolored Band-Aids, everyone's like, whoa, this is woke. This is, freaky. They're coming after us. They're anti-white. And it's like, no, they're just doing what they should have done all along. They're just pro their
color of skin. They just want
I had a family member say that to me. I don't want to watch that Hallmark movie because it's a Black one. Because they're doing a Mahogany series now. It's all African-American. But anyway.
But here's the thing. Our entire country, I say what you about my father. My father would do racist jokes, but my dad was not racist at all. He didn't give a shit.
Well, he was a little racist.
He was never
making racist jokes is
racist. 100%. I agree with you. There was, I called him half a racist because, but he didn't hold it.
There's no half.
He worked, all the people he worked with, he didn't have that thing where he was like, I hate them. He was like, he's like, no, that dude, he goes, dude, this dude showed me how to, like, it didn't matter. He always judged people on their performance. He did that shit. He did the joke. And by the way, just so you know, I was with him in fiberglass shops when they called him a cracker ass motherfucker. That's who he was with the dudes around him. They grew up, you gotta remember, Sanford and Son. Sanford and Son was this weird, I think a groundbreaking show.
I wasn't allowed to watch it just because it was dirty.
I was
little. And
I love that. I love that compared to what we have now. Sanford
yeah.
But we watched Sanford and Son all the time. My dad watched it constantly.
I would
he
sneak it sometimes.
Red Fox. He thought everybody, man, on that show was awesome.
Well, this is a segue for Norman Lear just died.
I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sanford
he was
and Son.
101, so at first I went, oh, but then I was like, okay.
He made it.
But also, 101, so it's very, some people that do great things, like Prince died way too early. We needed more Prince music. Norman Lear, you earned 101.
Yeah.
You so much of my comedy, my writing, I wrote another sitcom and gave it to a friend of ours that he wanted me to write. And I look at my writing sometimes, and some of it, Titus specifically, Norman Lear. I grew up All in the Family. I grew up with every Norman Lear sitcom, and that guy changed how I see sitcoms. You know, that's why when we did Titus, I was like, I kept telling everybody, I want to do All in the Family. I want to do All in the Family. And they go, well, just do like a 4-camera. I go, no, I don't want to do another lame sitcom. Norman Lear was the shit. He changed television. You can, so that, by the way, that's thrown around a lot when someone dies. Norman Lear literally changed television.
If you're feeling stressed out by the news and your spouse this holiday season, you need Next Evo Naturals.
Oh, man.
This company, I've tried a lot of different ones, different companies. This one I love the best. I'm out of it.
It's like having a relaxing sigh. You have it, you're like,
if you have stress, you're feeling anxious. No, I shouldn't have said if, because it's Christmas time. Because you have stress and you're feeling anxious, trouble sleeping, which I definitely had last night because I am out of this. This is just one of the best products that you can use. It's fast acting. It absorbs quickly. It's not going to give you a hangover, anything like that. It
just chills you.
Yeah, it just chills you. And that is the product. I also love that they're gummies. I've told you guys before. You can get things that aren't gummies, but I love the gummies.
Because it's like dessert. I get a couple of pieces of candy and then I feel them and then I'm chill.
I love those grape or whatever purple gummies. I'm just like, yeah, awesome. It does feel like I'm having dessert. So CBD people think is an oil. It's not actually an oil. Companies usually just dissolve it in oil because that's a cheap way to make tinctures and gummies. CBD would only work though if your body absorbs it. And Next Evo has now created a way for you to have that and have it more quickly. It's water-soluble form of CBD. They absorb faster, better, and are more delicious, which is so true. No hempy aftertaste, which a lot of those gummies do.
I can confirm that it works.
Yeah. So Next Evo products are proven to absorb 4 times better than most oil-based products, and you get a little dessert. Starts working within 10 minutes. Now you can try, they have a brand new product. This is what I'm going to get. Extra strength daily wellness CBD gummies. These are 2 times stronger than the regular strength, which I already
just CBD,
can
right?
tell you that it works. So, well, no, like the nighttime gummies that I love, they have melatonin in them. It's this proprietary blend that works all of a sudden within 10 minutes. I'm like, So don't waste your time with oil-based CBD that might not work. You should upgrade to better natural solutions from Next Evo. Go to nextevo.com. Use promo code Titus. You get 25% off. That's 25% off at nextevo.com. Promo code Titus.
As I get older, I do like to, because I am stressed all the time. Sometimes I just notice it. I was sitting here. I was like, I'm just used to it.
No.
I've been doing it. I've been a comedian since I was 19. I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
And when it.
Oh no, your stress started way earlier.
But yeah, true. But when you have something like this, there's moments where I'll be like, I'll notice, like I did one of our other products yesterday. I did AG1, and I was like 30 minutes later. I went to the gym and I worked out and I did AG1. And I was like, I just noticed that this stuff works.
Yeah,
you know,
you're much more open to the stressors, getting the information and keeping up with the news, because on one hand you can make a difference. Yeah. You can make a difference. We can make a difference.
We can make a difference, man.
We have a podcast.
Yeah.
So I was driving home, and they were the news was talking about yesterday about how so much of what's happening in the Israel-Hamas war, what Hamas is doing, is sexist isn't even a strong enough word for it.
It's brutal. It's atrocities.
It's brutality.
Yeah.
It's heinous.
Against women.
That they are finding on these bodies, that the women are overwhelmingly shot, mutilated, in the breast, have their breasts cut off, shot in the vagina, or had scissors or knives cutting up all inside while they were alive. or having parts cut off of it. There are several firsthand eyewitness accounts of that young girl at the music festival being passed around, violently gang raped. And as soon as they all came, they shot her in the head. And I just drove home like, I had tears coming down my face. I just can't even fathom.
And they have to report their pregnancies.
But so we've had a lot of Americans be pro-Palestinian, and it's fine. The innocent Palestinian civilians that are getting killed it's horrible. It's a tragedy. It's wrong. But here's the thing: when you start to equate Israel and Hamas, you start to equate these two countries. You have to remember that Israel was made a state in 1948. The day after they were attacked by 5 Arab countries. The day after England, the Brits pulled out. The day after they were attacked by 5 Arab countries. The Jews have been attacked constantly. Israeli Jews constantly. When it comes to this conflict, they pulled out of Gaza in 2005. They haven't been there. They pulled out in 2005. And out of the blue, these guys come in paragliders and shoot up basically Coachella. They shot up Coachella, killed a bunch of people. Israel's like, we're not taking this anymore. We're not going to live next to a bunch of people that want us to kill us. Then they attacked. Then, to all the innocent civilians, they dropped leaflets constantly. They let everybody know on the media and everybody. They didn't surprise attack Hamas. They went, hey, we're coming. Get out. You guys need to get out. Hamas then stopped the citizens from leaving. And used them as shields.
They were
on top of it,
from crossing the border.
The Israelis aren't walking into Gaza and raping women. The Israelis aren't walking into Gaza and chopping women up. The Israelis aren't beheading soldiers, and they're not beheading babies. Or shooting babies, which Hamas did. My cousin helped get rid of ISIS in Syria. Scotty was over there, and they got a lot of ISIS. And I have to be honest with you. I don't have a problem with them taking out these evil fucks. It's not like they attacked Israel, gathered a bunch of female hostages, put them in a safe place and held them and negotiated with them. They raped them, shot them, killed them, and mutilated them.
Babies.
And
cut
babies.
Their heads off.
So I want Hamas stopped. And one of the guys, it's interesting how when you live in war, another reason that we're so safe here, we're so safe. We don't know. It's easy for me to talk. And by the way, I hear how fucking full of shit I must sound. We can talk all day long. We haven't had this. So because we haven't had Hamas, which is an authoritarian dictatorship leadership, like the 2025 project, we don't think it can happen here. Yeah. But neither did Germany. Yeah. Neither did Germany. And I just
feel like this is so obvious, though. Germany must have been obvious too, but people turn a blind eye to get something for themselves.
Right.
Well, I didn't do that. I didn't, kill Jews, whatever. But he had to enlist Nazi soldiers to do that, though.
Yeah. And it was a slow rollout. Like first
that's what
little law here, little law there.
Can I tell you why this won't work though? Here's why I think this won't work, this 2025 plan. So in Germany, when Hitler came back, Germany was really suffering financially. They had got
from World War
One, and everybody Germany was just, it was a deep shit. Barrels of cash just to get bread. It was crazy. Their economy was so shot that people were
were vulnerable for it.
They were like anything, anything to fix this.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. We've got 3.9%, 3.7% unemployment. We've got we have the lowest inflation of any industrialized country. We've added over 1 million manufacturing jobs since Biden took over. We have 12 million jobs added. Sorry, it's 13.2 now. 13.2 million jobs added. Wages have gone up 8%.
But to counter what your point you're making, that the right is generating that same feeling in the group.
If it's not real,
they're going to enact the same thing because they're training them to ignore all the Biden accomplishments. You can see comments sometimes and they're just like, they'll just counter it. Like, okay, but this actually fucking happened.
The same numbers Trump used. We're using those numbers.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's the dumb of it. You got to, anybody that'll believe JFK is coming back from the dead will fucking believe that everything else is a lie.
Yeah.
If you will believe that JFK is coming back from the dead to become a Republican and become the vice president to Donald Trump, then you'll believe any
He
stupid
wasn't
shit
even
that's
a
presented.
Republican.
That's what I keep saying.
That's the funniest
You
part.
moron. They went to Dealey Plaza because that's where you went. Jesus ain't showing up on the cross.
just don't
Jesus,
get
hey, I'm
it.
back. I just thought I'd start here. You know, the worst day of everything.
We have video that he has no head. No head. You can't come back without a head.
Okay, that's a valid point. And you just gave me an idea for the best horror movie, JFK based horror movie ever. It's just, and he's back, and he's running for president.
It's a keep going like this.
JFK, yeah.
Hold on.
Back and to the left, back and to the left.
I love that that's your sticking
He's got a
point
buddy.
of all of it. That
Well,
he's coming back from the dead, you're like, fine. That he's part of Jesus's plan, great.
Okay,
That he's going to
We watched him
specifically
get
go
his
to
head-
Dealey Plaza, whatever. It's the head.
Zombies
that-
don't
We
even
got
survive
it.
a head wound.
That's how you kill a zombie.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Oh, really? Is that what? That's why you nerds are stuck on that.
Shut up. Zombies cannot exist without a head, even though their brains are dead anyways, because they're zombies, because they're dead. The Walking Dead cannot be Walking Dead without a head. That seems weird. Hold on, I've just started to lay out some, there should be some holes in this whole zombie theory, I think.
You think?
I think so.
They were on the
Walking-
grassy knoll. There was more than one shooter. Okay.
Shooter.
A carbide.
Say shooter?
There's more than one shooter on the grassy knoll.
Oh,
Very
Yeah.
grassy.
Yeah.
okay. Well, okay.
But if you have a bunch of people that will believe, you've got a guy who we have the check that he signed where he paid off a porn star. We have a guy who we have video of him checking out young girls with Jeffrey Epstein. He was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein's. We have this guy who's the worst human being we
He raped
know.
a woman with his finger penis.
And they think,
The guy-
and they don't say finger penis.
That was
ever.
awful.
That was horrible.
really
I just went, I was
bad.
hurt. So he,
Pinky penis?
and they think this guy's
better.
the guy, which is, it's stunning.
Finger
to me.
penis actually sounds
Do you know who
grosser.
you know who I could tolerate? I think he'd be a pain in the ass, but I think I would not agree with the problem. But Christie, I could handle Chris Christie. I know he's not a great guy. I know he's vengeful and stuff, but he's not Trump.
Yeah.
Who else could I handle? Nikki Haley, I could handle.
Liz
There-
Cheney.
Liz Cheney. No, Liz. Well, Liz Cheney, at least, look, I may 100% disagree with Liz Cheney on almost every issue except for the issue that America is worth protecting.
Yeah.
Now, Liz Cheney is about to maybe throwing a wrench into this entire thing. Did you hear what she said
yeah,
the other
that
day?
she's considering running on third party, which is just going to screw everybody.
No, here's the problem. Jill Stein is going to run again because she's obviously getting paid by Russia again.
What in the hell?
Robert Kennedy is actually
Yeah.
running. He's at 22%.
Yeah, he's got...
But so if Liz Cheney goes, well, I'm going to run, all she's going to do is pull votes from Trump. She's going to pull Trump votes from the conservatives. So
Okay.
I think I really got the other day that doesn't matter what Biden does. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that the man has turned our country on. Doesn't matter that 260 million are vaccinated. Doesn't matter that there's so much people can't hire anybody. There's so many extra jobs than people.
Yeah.
Their wages are up 8%. We've got manufacturing jobs in America. The CHIPS Act. We're making our own computer chips now, so people can't run us. The stores were empty during Trump. Do people understand the grocery stores were empty? And you people are bitching. Yeah, I don't know if I like Biden. He's a little old. Fuck off.
Oh, that reminds me of one point that was in our last episode about how it's Trump's fault.
Right.
A lot of this stuff and the division.
Right.
And then we started with one of the things about COVID. And then I just remembered that he shut down the pandemic response team.
Yes.
That was in Wuhan.
Yes.
Wuhan.
Worldwide, he shut down. Trump came in before it happened and shut down every one of the pandemic response teams around the world.
So you mean to tell me that if we had a pandemic response team,
They'd have known about it on
the
Tuesday.
ground,
Yes.
that we might not have had COVID-19 at all.
Right.
So he fucking shut the fucking world down.
Right. And yet no one brings it up. No one, although Fox did something yesterday that was interesting. Someone came out and started talking about that's not thing. He's made people think that the elections don't work. The last election, his own guy said was the safest election in
Yes.
history. Trump's own guy, head of election, said it was the safest in history. Then why the fuck does he keep talking about it? Mm-hmm. So what was I going to say? The safest election in history. They came out, and he keeps saying this shit all the time. And Fox came out and said, someone said it. Someone got on, they interviewed somebody, and they said it, and they came back, and the I forget which anchor it was, goes, by the way, there is no proof at all that the election was stolen. From what we could tell, the election was totally valid. And they had to say it on Fox. Do you know why?
Why?
$800 million.
Yes.
$875 million. Right. But hey, guys, we want to eat.
But they said it. How can these people, my family members included, so what's it going to take? That's what we keep saying. So is it going to take all of his lawyers flipping? Except for Giuliani. But Giuliani even said in his civil case where he's being sued by Shay Moss and Ruby Freeman, he even said in a filing that he lied. And then, he admitted it in a court filing. And or would it take the Dominion lawsuit, largest settlement in history, where Fox pays $800 and something million because they lied about the election? We get to see Tucker Carlson saying, F this guy, I hate him. Them saying Sidney Powell's a nut. And then that night going on the news and saying, this woman's brilliant lawyer saying that, the election was stolen.
How about 60 plus cases of taking the electric?
A majority of which were Trump appointed judges.
Trump appointing judges.
I thought that this weekend when I was just sitting there like, what? Like, what is it going to take?
Well,
we hear him on the phone call withholding aid that Congress had designated.
870.
Well, that's the next thing. I'm talking about the
votes.
Ukraine thing. He's withholding federal aid that Congress had voted on.
He's blackmailing them.
He is intercepting Congress voted aid to Ukraine and saying, I need you to do me a favor, though.
Yeah, I need you to give me everything on Hunter Biden. I need you to...
What? Why?
But here's here's the sad part. So we've been asking this question since 2017, right?
Yeah.
Since before he got elected, we've been asking.
Yeah.
So it's 2015. And it hasn't changed. It's 8 years. We've been asking this question. How do these people still follow this piece of shit? He's really a bad guy. And I think the answer is there's no character. If you look at what these people are up to, there's absolutely no character. It is about stuff and money. They've given up on America. They preach it. They talk about it. Second Amendment, but you bring up any other amendment.
Yeah.
Any other amendment.
Mitt Romney just said that yesterday, that he's had to come to terms with the fact that he's found out that most of his party actually do not support the Constitution.
At all. No.
So he's leaving. We just found out today Kevin McCarthy's leaving. He won't be back after Christmas.
He's not finishing his term. He's out. He's not staying the next year. He's gone.
It's got to be bad if you want to go home to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
I hate you for saying that. I missed it.
It's a very stressful time. Also on your skin. This episode brought to you by OneSkin. It's the holiday season. Right now. I do too. OneSkin, especially with the weather, stress in general, the lifestyle you lead during the holiday season, all of it. One great thing you could do for yourself. How nice you put that. The lifestyle you lead of healthier skin. Because OneSkin has, we've told you guys before, but they went into a lab, spent several years, and found a groundbreaking peptide called OS1. So that's why it's OneSkin. We use the eye cream, the face cream, and the body cream.
I have a give training on the eye cream. I get
that's a little hard still. Like, you want to know?
I can hear that.
You don't have to punch it. It's just
you have to.
Yeah, there you go.
Just dad.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry you people had to see that.
I will tell you one thing. I was just thinking about it today in the bathroom. This is like I do my own ads in my own head. I am a serial break loose and got to try the new thing when it comes to skincare and makeup. I love makeup products. I love all of it. And it's going to be the miracle one. And I did that. I was using something else for like a few weeks. And I noticed that my skin had more inflammation. I had a breakout right there. And
an endless breakout. You hated it. It
was so annoying. And so then I thought, I have a tendency to do too much. I'm going to use 17 things in a row. And because that's what they say to do.
Because it'll all work. It'll all be better, right?
So you know what I did? I was like, this is so dumb. So I'm just using OneSkin. And that's it on my body and my face, and everything calmed down. That's clearing up. I love when I put it on because it feels and smells clean. It's not scented. There's no perfumes. Yeah. My sister went to the Chanel makeup counter and they gave her this face lotion. And the first thing I noticed when she put it on my hand was how much perfume is in it and stuff. And once you have OneSkin, you really appreciate that, and it makes that other stuff smell really toxic for your skin. Any other
if I want to
products.
smell pretty, I'll just put cologne on that. Yeah, give me. That's what I like about the face stuff. That the stuff that I use that you got me. It's honestly it's a different vibe. It's velvety.
Yes,
you know,
it's very clean. It's not greasy. It's not overwhelming. It's not drying. It's like perfect. It just goes in, and your skin feels like your skin, which is, I think,
researchers did this,
kind of amazing.
Didn't, like clinical researchers invent this?
Yes, they combined tissue engineering, data analysis, and cutting-edge longevity science.
Yeah, they didn't mix Cetaphil with some orange juice.
Exactly.
They had microscopes and stuff.
Because they were trying to target visible skin aging, and that's what they were trying to figure out. So they did a third-party 12-week clinical study. They found that the face cream was clinically proven to strengthen your skin barrier, improve skin health markers, and diminish visible signs of aging. Wrinkles diminished in 87% of the people in this study. So sign me up. This is all I use.
And by the way, wrinkles diminished in 99% of 87-year-olds.
What?
Because you said 87%.
Because you guys remember what I told you is that this OS1 peptide specifically targets dead skin cells. And so it actually is physically doing something instead of just sitting on there. And I love it on my body too. It's not greasy. It's great even during the winter. I know now. So
your body too.
Thank you. OneSkin is the world's first longevity company. OneSkin addresses skin health at the molecular level, targeting the root causes of aging. So skin feels and appears younger. It's time to get started with your new face, eye, and body routine at a discounted rate. Today, new customers get 15% off with promo code Titus at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with promo code Titus. The new year is approaching. Now's the best time to invest in your skin. Age healthy with OneSkin. They have a little travel set too, with all of the products, the wash, the lotion, the eye.
Like that for Christmas. I want to get back to what you were talking about. This question we've been asking: why won't these people switch? Why won't these people learn? Why won't these people change their mind? I think it comes down to character, because you have to have enough character in life to be able to admit you were wrong. You have to know, like when you're backing something and it doesn't work out, you have to have the people that you have to be able to go, man, I blew it. I was way out of line. I don't have any problem admitting I'm wrong. When the facts hit me and I'm wrong, I'm like, holy shit. We had something happen with some friends of ours before. I forgot a dinner we were supposed to have, and I forgot to tell Ray, and then Ray took off the thing, and I totally forgot it. And I called them and apologized. I was so wrong.
They had made reservations and then said, we're still on for tonight, right? And I'm flying home going, what?
And I was well, because my reasoning is not valid reasoning at all. We had this total clusterfuck with my gig and total screw up. But it was my fault. And so I think there's so many people. The dumber you are, the less likely you are to admit you're wrong, because you don't want to look dumb.
Well,
smart people admit when they're wrong.
I think it has a lot to do with certain people are susceptible to being in a cult. You wouldn't be able to be in that.
Yeah, no.
And
No, I did a lot of hand raising.
Send us home.
I'm sorry. What?
I gotta drink what now?
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta wear weight.
It's Titus
wait,
again.
why is Ray going to the Leader to have a conference with a bikini? Ray, you going?
With the other wives?
Yeah, you and I would both be sent back immediately.
Immediately. Or be made examples of.
I am the one of my mom's kids that would never be in a cult.
No.
I will say that. On Wednesday, Appleton has
10 tickets.
left total for the Wednesday. Skyline Comedy Club. Thursday is Milwaukee Improv. I don't know about that one. I got to find out. Friday, 2 shows in Madison,
First show
Wisconsin.
sold out.
First show sold out. Comedy on State. Second show is close. And then Saturday, Minneapolis Pantages Theater. We're closing out the year there. One of our favorite theaters to
venues.
work.
And then the day after that, where are we going?
Paisley Park.
To Paisley Park. There's a song called Paisley Park too. That he
Okay.
did. We're going to Paisley Park. I get to
Yay.
tour Paisley Park.
He wants to do this.
We're
Yay.
doing this.
Woohoo.
About time.
We're getting everybody print stuff for Christmas.
Everybody's
gonna be like,
y'all gonna be wearing
"Oh."
pendants. Yeah.
I don't wear purple. What is all this purple
Or
stuff?
lanyards. It's not going to be good. It's just going to be print stuff.
I just don't listen, people. Read the 2025 project. You know, go through it. Get the high points of it because it's brutal. They're telling us these. Oh, can I talk about Mike Johnson for a second? You guys want to hear the most
Mike
one
Jones.
of the
Who?
most
Speaking of
fucked up
cults.
things?
Yeah.
So we have the Speaker of the House. This man is supposed to represent all Americans.
Yes.
Came out. So they've got some. He was going to release some video
Yes.
of January 6th. And he says, we're blurring out the faces because we don't want these people to be convicted or arrested of crimes. I'm sorry. Wait, they tried to overthrow
protect them from the
protect them
DOJ.
from the
Yeah.
DOJ. Wait
Wait a
asshole.
second. I thought Tucker Carlson was going to we need to we show the tape so we can see that this was not a crime.
They don't
Okay,
know
well then
what
why are
they're
they blurring
doing.
faces?
Well, Tucker also is the one who shipped Hunter's laptop and lost it. Supposedly.
Yeah.
Another thing, Hunter Biden said, I will go testify in an open thing that's filmed up for
Yeah.
television. And they said no.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he's going to make them look stupid as
Yes,
shit.
They said
They wanna hide
he
it.
wants to have a performance. He wants to do a show, and I'm thinking
Jim Jordan?
Jim
What are you
Jordan
doing?
is
What are you
saying that?
talking about?
Or what's this guy's name? The guy.
That's like 3 of them, but yeah.
James Comer.
Yeah, Comer.
His upper lip just sits like, and his bottom.
Tuberville
lip.
finally
Ugh.
folded on the voting for the
I hate
military
all
guy.
of them. I'm not
Well,
supposed to hate people.
I've
but
never
I don't
seen
like
a
'em.
bunch of. It's like the earth tilted and all the assholes rolled into one place.
You know what, though? This has been a lot of bad news, but I'm going to tell you guys something.
Yeah?
I came home from my sister's house on Monday.
Yeah.
And I told you guys about the Salvation Army wish list that I
this is
created. I got 20 kids. And these are kids that wouldn't get Christmas otherwise. And we had 350 families this year just for that one Salvation Army, not all of LA, just that one area. And you know, they have to verify that they're low income, and we verify the birth certificate, like that the kids are actually, you know, so it's
Can I
not.
be clear something?
I meet the families every year.
The reason we're involved in the Salvation Army, because if you know me, we're comedians. We're the most cynical people we can. So I did, and so many charities do not do what they say. Trust me, the Salvation Army does what it says. The money goes where it goes. We actually, not just, this is what this girl did. She didn't just get kids presents for Christmas. She went and visited one of the homeless safe centers. What are they called?
Safe program.
Safe program centers, and has now got people to donate deodorant and toothpaste and
Toothbrushes, underwear, body lotion, because we have mobile showers and they can eat there. We have a locker program so that if they have social services appointment or a doctor appointment or whatever, they
You're
can
so
put their
woke.
things in
Right.
the.
helping people. Look at you helping people. What is wrong with you?
Is this woke? Is
Yes,
what
this
this
is
Yeah,
what
this
they're
is what-
calling it. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they would
This
call it
is
woke.
what it's called. This is what woke means.
No,
It-
they wouldn't call this woke.
Yes, they should get up, pick themselves up by the boot. They don't
Yeah.
need to be homeless. They need to go do their own. You're just woke, saving their asses.
What you
Handout,
do
government
to the
handout.
least of us, you do unto me.
Oh no, that's in the Bible. We don't follow that. We say we do, but we don't.
Anyway, so we have locker programs, and basically what it is, I took a picture of it. I can show you, but I couldn't get pictures of any of the homeless in it because apparently it's a new thing where they all sue us or threaten to sue us if we get a picture.
Well, they just want residuals. They've unionized at this point
Yeah.
after watching
But
Saturday.
it's
For their
those
likeness.
big
Yeah.
outdoor black garbage cans lined up inside of storage units, and they're padlocked, and they can come and
Get their stuff.
yeah, in and out. But because also people get beaten up or hurt for their things.
for stuff they
and,
have on the street.
like
yeah.
Jerry has all of his toys in his suitcase, and so now he can leave some of that there to protect it, like when he's going to sleep overnight or whatever. So They needed hygiene products, underwear, like big time, because they can't even get
Can we
clean
still
underwear.
help?
You can still, I don't know when this is going to come out. The hygiene products, yes, that
Keep
wish
sending them.
list. I posted it on my Facebook, and I'll post it again on Instagram. It's on Instagram too.
Can we put it up on the website?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
also in my bio on Instagram, Ray
And what
Ray
we should
Bradley.
do is because we've decided to do the hygiene thing for the whole year. So the Christmas gifts are the Christmas gifts. We do that every year. But the hygiene thing, the SAFE program needs it. They need the sample size toothpaste, sample size deodorant, sample size, whatever sample size that can help them. Toothbrushes we've got. But we're going to leave that up. It'll be on the ChristopherTitus.com website all year. So if you want to donate, that's awesome. And by the way, guys, trust me, this goes exactly this literally goes exactly to the people that need it. Don't say
the
anyway.
kids. I just wanted to finish. So my point was that I came home and I had posted it, and there was a mountain of packages in the garage that Rosa and Kenny came over to put inside, and they had to put them there because the entryway to the house was completely packed with boxes. And I came home off the plane and spent that whole time tearing boxes open and just like wanting to burst into tears. People that never mentioned it to me, shout out Kate Wilford in Chicago,
Right.
Never people that I've talked to, they didn't say anything, but then I'm seeing their names on the receipts and stuff, and it was just like really awesome. Like there really is good.
Thank you for being great.
Billy from Advertisement bought a bunch of stuff. She bought the Nancy Drew books, and so thank you guys.
So guys, thanks for being great. We tell you what. So here's what I think what Ray's trying to get to is with all the hell that's going on in the world right now, where people literally are willing to walk over bodies to exterminate of people that just live there. When we've got these guys who want to take over our country like Hitler did, that to see all that stuff show up, and for these people that have less than us, kids who aren't going to wake up with presents now will. Thanks. The homeless people that like are living, by the way, just think about how you get out of the shower every day, how you feel good after you worked out or whatever. Imagine if you couldn't shower for weeks. Imagine how good you feel after you got out of the shower, and then someone had provided you with toothpaste and stuff, and you're ready that you hadn't had in weeks. That's what you guys did. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Fun facts.
Fun facts. So 350 families this year. Each family has several kids.
Right.
It's a lot. And so doing this for these little kids to wake up, when I go and I give the bags to the parents every year, not to the kids, because they want the kids to wake up and have Santa, so they
the parents get, yes.
They show their ID, and I go pull their bags and give them to them. And you just see like the parents being ashamed, embarrassed, crying. Like sometimes you'll just see tears in their eyes. I mean, it's just like a really humbling experience.
Well, the cool thing about this is I love that the kids don't show up to a thing and some guy dressed as Santa hands out presents that they know their parents are giving. These parents now get to have some dignity with their children.
Yes.
And go,
that's the whole.
This is from us.
All of this stuff that I'm doing, all of it comes down to dignity for people. Homeless people, giving them the dignity of having on clean underwear and having a shower. It's
toothpaste. It's like simple.
Yeah, we didn't get as much deodorant, and I was like, clearly y'all haven't hung out with homeless people.
Yeah, we could up the deodorant.
It would have been all deodorant. Please send deodorant.
I love that you still found a way to make it a little bit odd.
Thank you.
Guys, do me a favor. As we always scream sanity to the world, sometimes it's not going to work, and a lot of people aren't going to agree with you. But do the research we do, and when I write these Armageddon updates, or we sit here, and Ray sits here, and me and Highlander talk about it all the time, we're in a weird place. Do not bypass the fact that these fuckers are trying to destroy our country. They're trying to destroy our country. They want to run it. They want to own it. And Trump's doing it. Trump's against the wall right now. Did you see what Jack Smith said about him this week?
Yeah.
First of all, Chutkin said that, no. She was the first federal judge to go, the president does not have, an ex-president does not have a get out of jail free card. It is not, you can be convicted. He wasn't president at the time, so it wasn't, right. He didn't have immunity. Well, he's not president now. He doesn't have, he wants immunity now for everything. I thought this was the documents thing? Was it? No, about the insurrection. He wasn't president when he had the insurrection. He was claiming that he had immunity because it was for the betterment of the country, that he was going to stay in power. And the judge, I think it was three judges that came down and said, I was going to be a dictator, so it was going to help. I was going to be the dictator.
Technically, Biden hadn't been sworn in yet.
Right. So he was going to be a beneficial dictator. What? So you were going to violate the election?
Do you remember that he and Melania didn't even show up for the
inauguration?
That's like the first time in
Ever.
history.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. I heard, crap shit talk about Jill Biden this week, and I just thought
the nicest human being. She so teaches.
She advocates for community colleges, and she's a teacher, and we've seen them going to church regularly for like the last 40 years in random media hits and stuff.
Yeah,
but
Biden's holding the
Melania,
Bible
who's saying
upright
fuck
like
Christmas, fuck Christmas.
Yeah.
That's your girl? Okay. Anyway.
And now it's time for Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. It's Highlanders Fun Facts.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Ray. It's the holiday season.
Which
means it's also, for some of you, sports season, football season. All right. So this is for you football nerds. Did you know? I was kind of shocked to know this, and I saw it. The G in Green Bay Packers does not stand for green.
It does not.
Really?
What
It stands for greatness.
That's a
Wait,
weird.
Isn't
what
that
do
the
you
dumbest
mean?
thing?
I don't get it.
You know the G on the Green Bay Packers helmet?
Yeah.
Like the team, it's a football.
It's a giant
not
sports
a-
team. By the way, here's how inventive they are. It's a giant G.
Yeah.
But that's
It's
not
a Green Bay. It doesn't have a Green Bay.
right. The name of the team.
Okay, now this I have just again. So drag racing fan. I like sports where you can die on fire. Drag boat racing, anything where there's 2,000 horsepower about trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I don't understand running into another dude full speed. I just don't get it. I do martial arts, so I don't have to have anybody run into me. I can kick them in the face before they get close. It just doesn't back up when they go football is a smart game. If the G not only is just a G, I thought it was dumb enough that it was
It's
Green
not even
Bay.
a fancy G.
It's
It's just like Arial G.
The Green Bay Packers. Like a P would have been fine. Packers,
Yeah.
I don't get P. Let's do it. But it's a G for Green Bay. And now you're telling me that it's for greatness, which nobody's ever said in all the years I've watched for the Green Bay Packers. No one's ever gone, by the way, the G stands for greatness. All right, let's get back to the game. I've never seen that. And now out of the blue, great. And what meeting was that? Where they go, hey, what does it stand for? And so everybody looked at that guy.
Like Green Bay.
It's Green Bay.
No.
Wait, no. I think greatness. And then I went, okay, so your dad owns a team. Fuck. All right. Yeah.
The Phillies, that's a P.
It's a
that
P.
Stands
Philly,
for
yeah.
It's not an S.
Perfect. It's perfection. Is
Pittsburgh Pirates, that's a P. That stands for pepperoni. That stands for...
I just don't get it. Seems dumb to me. Like that's like I would actually. Hey, guy, don't let anybody know this. Why? Just let them believe it sounds very right because we look stupider. How can we look more?
Yeah, it actually makes no sense.
The LA and LA Lakers doesn't stand for Los Angeles. It stands for LeBron Ames. Silent J.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching and listening to the Titus Podcast. Do me a favor, come see the last shows. That show in Minneapolis it's one of our favorite places to work, and it's pretty packed right now. Get your tickets. Also, if you want to get people Christmas gifts, we're going to be playing Boston at the Wilbur coming up in February.
Yeah, and the night before, Portsmouth Music Hall just got added.
Get people Christmas presents. Titus tickets. The show's killer.
Go to the website and look at the tickets coming up, and put those under the tree for somebody.
There you go for the Titus.
I like
fan.
giving tickets.
And
as
Ray's gonna be with me for most of the gigs this year, anyways, too. So and she's and by the Rachel Bradley tickets also awesome.
Later.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
Look at Billy one.
Wow, look at me one. Look at me one.